Otto of Dailly accompanied Louis VII of France on the ultimately disastrous Second Crusade, of which he provided a detailed account. On this most dramatic of medieval adventures, Otto served as the French king's chaplain and would have been privy to much of the French king's thoughts and feelings as the crusade went awry. On arriving at Constantinople, the French were blown away by the awesome sight of the greatest city in Christendom. Otto gives a vivid description. He says, Constantinople is the glory of the Greeks, rich in fame, richer yet in wealth. The city is triangular in shape, like a ship's sail. In its inner angle lies Hagia Sophia and the Palace of Constantine, in which there is a chapel honoured for its sacred relics. The city is hemmed in on two sides by the sea. However, as was the case with many other medieval cities, upon further investigation, Otto found that there were parts of Constantinople that were altogether less glamorous and appealing. He says, the city is rather squalid and smelly, and many places are afflicted with perpetual darkness. The rich build their houses so as to overhang the streets, and leave these dark and dirty places for travellers and for the poor. There, murder and robberies occur, as well as other sordid crimes which love the dark. Life in this city is lawless, since it has as many lords as it has rich men, and almost as many thieves as poor men. Here the criminal feels neither fear nor shame, since crime is not punished by law, nor does it ever fully come to light. There was mutual distrust between the Byzantines and the Crusaders. The Byzantines were understandably wary of the Crusaders' behaviour. Having thousands upon thousands of brutish soldiers marching up to the walls of your city was hardly cause for huge celebrations, even if they were considered to be allies. And the Crusaders were very much of the attitude, beware Greeks bearing gifts. This mindset showed itself as Louis VII sat down to dine with the Emperor Manuel I Komnenos. Louis's advisers were fearful that some plot may be carried out against the French king, as he enjoyed the banquet that had been put on. But Louis dismissed such fears. The crusade would continue, albeit under a cloud of ongoing suspicions. Manuel, a fine emperor, would come to the aid of Louis's fellow crusader, King Conrad III of Germany, when he fell gravely ill during the crusade, but this did nothing to help relations between East and West in the long run. Generations later, the Franks would sack Constantinople, a culmination of earlier attitudes and hostilities.